We are live with another episode of Comic Talk. It's that show brought to you by The Key where we talk about this week's new comic book releases. For those of you who don't know, maybe you're new here, DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Image Comics, Dynamite, everything, Boom Studios, all comics come out on Wednesdays, every single Wednesdays at your local comic shop. So check out comicshoplocator.com, find a comic shop near you. But new comics come out on Wednesdays, and we are here every Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, on youtube.com/The Keeg Show and wherever you get your podcasts from to talk about all the comics that came out this week. We do our best to read as much as we can in 24 hours. It's never going to be everything, but you'd be surprised how much we actually read between the three of us. I'm your host, Dimithri Perera, and if you're watching us live on YouTube, youtube.com/The Keeg Show, then you can see who our guests are, and they've been on the show before, so, you know, they need no introduction, but they're going to get an introduction. Because if you're listening to the podcast, you can't see who they are. So that's just how it works. First up, we got Aaron, a.k.a. King Krakoa. Aaron, welcome back to the show.
Hey, what's going on, my guys? Nice to be here. It's nice to be here, as always.
It's good to have you back. Not that you were here last month, right?
Right, yeah, I was here last month. It was like early in the month, so that's why it feels a little bit longer.
Maybe that's what it is. It's always great to have you. So, you know, thanks for taking time.
Feels always mutual.
Yeah. We also got Ethan, aka Virgo Blade. Ethan, what's up?
Yo, how's it going?
How's Virgo season? I don't know what Virgo season is.
Yes, my birthday's next week, so it's going well. I mean, it's my season. I feel like I'm at my peak power, so that's always a good sign.
Is that what happens? You just get more powerful during your birthday?
Yes, that's what happens to me.
I feel it's accurate.
Yeah. It's like this is your like time where like the energies are at their like most powerful, connected to your sign. So you are just
I can do no wrong.
Yourself. Correct. I mean, that's science.
It's science, exactly.
Yeah. That's how that works. Astroscience.
I just feel like that's just an excuse to act the fool on your birthday. You're like, I'm the most powerful.
I reject those thoughts. I reject those thoughts. There's no wrong that I can do on my birthday.
Correct. This is an unbiased fact.
Right. It's like the laws of science. It's how the laws of physics works, I think. I don't know. I don't
make the rules.
I just try to follow it the best I can, you know?
Look,
I think it's like geometry or something. I don't know.
It isn't an astrology podcast, but I'm very curious. Aaron, what's your sign?
I am a Leo. My birthday was on the 7th, and Leo season all day.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, and happy early birthday to you.
Thank you.
My birthday was a couple months ago, so happy birthday to me.
Right, happy belated birthday. Belated birthday. I'm
an Aries, so
I see that for you.
I see that.
I'm not an astrology guy, but there are some times where I'm like, when they say it, I'm like, yeah, I can get it.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I don't read into astrology. But at the same time, you guys, you do what you want to do.
Certain things just track with it at times. I'm like, I can't. It must be something, in fact.
I mean, I'm a comic book fan. Who am I to judge?
Right? We talk about comics as if they're real people, and we'll happily do it for hours if need be. So, like, who are we to judge people who do astronomy?
Have I told you like who in comics I would date? If it was real, if they were real.
Who?
No.
It's wild. It's Polaris.
That's cute. I would love that for you, actually.
I can see it.
Yeah.
She'd be a lot of trouble. But
I feel like she'd hold you accountable too.
For sure.
That's what I need. I need a strong woman, to keep me on track.
Exactly. She'll let you know, hey, calm down. And sometimes that's all you need.
She'll be the one to say, Dimithri, I know it's your birthday, but you need to calm down.
Right. You're getting a little crazy, okay?
Yeah. That being said, I mean, being Magneto's son-in-law, that'd be cool.
Oh, You can, but you would never be able to do wrong. Like if you mess with her, then
right. Well,
you're gonna have more than Lorna to deal with.
This is assuming I'm a mutant. I just need to be. I don't need a crazy power.
Oh, don't be
I just
a
need
flat
to be.
scan.
I need to be a mutant. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly,
you know,
if you're because God forbid you're a flat scan. I mean, geez,
Yes.
you couldn't. You're done. You're cooked.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Magneto, you don't want me to date your daughter because I'm brown? And then he'd be like, no, it's because you're a dirty human.
You're a filthy flat scan, and
Yeah.
I won't have this around my daughter. I refuse.
People like you around my daughter.
It's you people.
You people. It's humans. Anyway, yeah, I mean, we're talking about comics as if they're real. Kicking off this episode, I want to know what you guys read this week, because there was a lot of really good comics out this week. There was just a lot of comics in general, whether it's from DC, Marvel, Image, Mad Cave, Oni, whatever. There's a lot of companies out there. If you do mention a comic that isn't known to be either a DC or a Marvel one, let us know what the company is. Like, if it's not obvious,
Right.
If you got any,
I was literally looking up one of my top threes.
So whoever wants to go first, or if you both decide that I should go first, then I'll go first.
I'm good with whatever.
We both decide you should go first.
Okay, I'll go first. All right, I'll go first. I got Absolute Batman 11, Absolute Flash 6, Nightwing 129, Superman Unlimited 4, Justice League Red 1, Imperial 3, Ultimate Black Panther 19, Wonder Woman 24, Titans 26, Wolverine 12, Crypto, Last Dog of Krypton number 3, Battle Beast number 4, Hyde Street 8. Oh, Battle Beast 4 is from Image. Hyde Street 8 is also from Image, from the Ghost Machine imprint. Exquisite Corpses 4 is also Image. And then I also did Batman and Robin Year 1, issue 10, and Batman Superman World's Finest 42. So, that's me.
Good list. Cool. I can go next. Absolute Batman number 11, Absolute Flash number 6, Nightwing number 129, Superman Unlimited number 4, New Gods number 9, Justice League Red number 1, and Detective Comics number 1100, Amazing Spider-Man number 10, Exceptional X-Men number 12, and Black Cat number 1.
Nice. Solid. All right.
Nice. All right. So mine this week were, let me see. Imperial number 3, Wonder Woman 24, Justice League Red number 1, Titans 26, New Gods number 9, Exceptional X-Men number 12, They Choose Violence number 3 by AWA Studios, Psylocke 10, New Avengers number 3, Crypto number 3, and let me see. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Was that everybody? Did we all go?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, cool. I like when we're on a show, like, we overlap a good amount, but like there are still comics that you guys read that I'm very curious about. Like, Aaron, on your list, I know there was lists that you sent me earlier. Were there comics you didn't get to?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
Yeah, there were a few I didn't get to, unfortunately, and those were I was really excited about reading.
Yeah, you
especially that Umbrella Academy.
You made me save images for comics that I wouldn't normally have thought were on the list. So then I prepped it, and I'm like, what is
especially the Valiant Beyond.
Yeah, Valiant Beyond Tales of the Shadow Man. I'm like, I don't even know what this is.
Tales of the Shadow Man.
What is this company? I don't know.
I only read the first 2 pages, and instantly I was like, oh, I gotta read more. Then I fell asleep last night. I worked so late, and I was like, I'm just gonna read it. Then I fell asleep, and I forgot all about it until you just brought it up, and I'm upset that I didn't get to finish that. Jesus. Yes, it did seem good though.
I mean, I really wanted to read all new Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider issue 1. It's Stephanie Phillips, and I like her writing. She's writing Phoenix. She's writing a couple other stuff.
Yeah.
She's writing the upcoming Planet She-Hulk comic. And I really wanted to read this number 1 because Spider-Gwen's one of those ones that I'm like, I really just want to read a good run and like from the beginning. And I feel like if I fall off, I'm going to fall behind. So Stephanie Phillips wrote the previous run. I just didn't start on time, so I just kind of fell off. So now I'm like, new number 1, I'll jump in.
Right.
We'll see. You know, I'm going to try. But that's the thing about this show is like we don't get to everything that we even wanted to read.
Right.
Because it's 24 hours to read what.
It's a race against time.
Yeah, it really is. And like we all got stuff to do. Like
not a speedster.
Right. You know.
If anyone's out there, let us know you're out there. Like, comment, subscribe, follow. If you're watching us on youtube.com/The Keeg Show, you know, hop in the chat and say what's up. If you're listening to the podcast, then, you know, write a review, like, follow, whatever. I don't know what are the big podcast apps right now, but, you know, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, those are big ones. We're on the other ones.
Good things.
But yeah, we love the repartee. Out of all the books that we read, what's the pick of the week? Who is so certain about their number 1 pick?
I'm not. I'm gonna be real.
You know,
I'm still deciding. Like right to this. But normally I'm more concise, but there were so many bangers this week. Like I like them. I like many of them for different reasons.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna stand on business on this one. I know my favorite actually. And it was hard because I would like my first 2 were like really like there neck and neck. But honestly, I would have to say, damn, New Avengers number 3.
Okay.
That was my top one.
It was on my list to read, and I didn't get to read it.
Oh man, I'm loving this.
When it comes to our number 1 picks, what I want to do with the show, I want to like tell me the premise of the series, and then what happens in the issue. That way we can kind of set it up for people who, you know, this is the one we really vouch for. But like, did you read this one? New Avengers number 3.
No, I did not.
Okay. I read the first 2 issues, but I don't know.
Okay. So,
I'm cool with hearing it. I'm cool with hearing it. I wanted to read this one. Tell us about it, Aaron.
All right, nice. So, New Avengers basically is about they find out that someone's had cloned the original Illuminati of the Marvel universe, which is Stephen Strange, Professor Xavier, T'Challa, the Black Panther, Reed Richards, and
Namor.
I'm missing one more. Namor, thank you. And Black Bolt. That's what. So all of them, they've been like cloned into like their own person. It was apparently the Jackal, who's a known Spider-Man cloner. I don't know.
Yeah.
But basically, they have to go around and try to find them to destroy them. But they find out they made an agreement that they won't tell the original Illuminati what's going on because they won't be able to do what needs to be done. So like, there's just this ragtag team of, you know, it's kind of like an X-Force, but for Avengers, kind of, if you really think about it. Like of these, like, you know, the killers of X-Force with like Black Widow, Winter Soldier, Wolverine, Laura Kinney, Carnage, who is Eddie Brock now, the Hulk, Namor, and Clea. I feel like I'm missing one more, but it's like a ragtag team of characters that I would never expect to be together, but their team works so well. And after seeing like the relationship of like Winter Soldier and Laura, you can kind of see them like they're very much buddy more and more like they go along. I kind of like this like kind of thing. It's like a friendship, but also like I kind of still want them to do it. I don't know why. They give a vibe.
Yeah.
But
that was from the most recent like Laura Kinney Wolverine. They have like a 2-issue arc where when Bucky and her went on a mission together, and like you could see the similarities between the characters.
Very much so. And you wouldn't expect them to be in a comic together until they're in one. And I'm like, this makes so much sense. Why wasn't this happening before?
I don't know whether I want them to hook up or not. Mostly because I'm like, how old are they like mentally? Because
you know.
Also,
I mean, let's be honest.
Winter Soldier is hooking up with
Yeah.
Widow.
Black Widow, yeah. And let's be honest, like Bucky is like at least like mentally he's like at least like 56. Like
Really? I don't know what you're saying because of the trauma.
No, that too, but also like this man was born like I feel like he's like maybe 10 younger than Bucky, like Captain America mentally, kind of. Like I feel like he's like a little bit more loosey goosey with certain things, but for the most part, I feel like that man is at least 56, but he has the heart of a 20-year-old kind of in a lot of ways. He still has some fuckboy energy.
He definitely does.
That's timeless.
You know, it is.
No matter what decade.
No matter what decade, the fuckboys are
the golden age to the modern age.
Yeah, but that was a good book though. Honestly, I would recommend it to anybody, especially like because it's not like your average Avengers, but it's like a good like Black Ops team.
It's supposed to be like Thunderbolts. It was pitched in the same way that the Thunderbolts movie was, because this was supposed to be Thunderbolts to the comic.
Honestly,
with the asterisk.
Yeah.
It was Thunderbolts asterisk, and then when the movie changed, the comic changed.
I love that actually. It makes perfect sense now. Like honestly, and it flips because it feels like the Thunderbolts, but it gets like a new Avengers shift with it. But like I like you get character interactions in this that you don't really get to in like a lot of comics. So it was good.
Okay. What I like about the Illuminati clones, they're like their own people, and they're kind of part monster too, right? They're like they're like what they remind me of is those demon Avengers. What were they called? They were like Revengers. They're from the Cancerverse. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh God, throwback. Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, the Cancerverse Avengers, and they had like pentagrams on their chests or something, or like Captain America had an A pentagram.
Like, was that the one from like the Chaos thing? From
maybe like
I think that's from like when Shithon, like when they had that little like when each of them like read a page and they got a little crazy kind of moment.
I mean it's happened a couple of times, but yeah. So that's what it reminded me of, but except this is a little bit different. Like this seems like they're their own people, and I'm sure they don't want to like die. You know?
No, yeah, exactly, and that's what it shows in the third issue. They like emphasize like all of them are like the same. They have the same memories and everything, but they have different personalities, and they're like, and you can change the nurture in them, and like you can see that some of them don't have necessarily the same powers as their like counterpart, kind of like even like the Xavier clone, like without giving too much away, like they realize like he doesn't have empathy, so like without empathy. Like, can you be a good telepath without it? And it's like, and it's fun to see how they like deal with all those like differences.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I was already sold on this series, but I just didn't get to read it.
Yeah.
Ethan, does this sell you on this?
It does actually. Like, I like the concept of the Illuminati.
Mm-hmm.
And so like exploring that. Like,
I always love the Illuminati.
Yeah, like because I just like secret societies and like powers and pulling the strings, that will always get me in the story. Like there's certain tropes that pull me in, and so like that in and of itself kind of like has me.
Yeah. Okay. I just like it when like characters hook up. It's fun. It's just,
honestly, kind of.
It's just like in the first issue, like Bucky and Black Widow are literally in bed, and it's like, yeah, you are. Good for you.
For sure.
Because also like Black Widow she's not alive in the MCU, but she's alive in the comics. So like, let Bucky be happy in the universe where she's alive, you know?
Right. Because Natasha, excuse my language, Natasha fucks, and I love that part.
There was I don't want to derail, but like, so there used to be an old magazine called Wizard Magazine. I don't know if you guys ever read it.
Yeah.
My brother had it.
Yeah. So it was like the comic book magazine. So when I was younger and I couldn't afford many comics like a month, right? I was a kid. I bought like 1 or 2 comics a month, and it tended to be like Ultimate X-Men or Extreme X-Men at that time.
Right.
And then I had Wizard Magazine every month, and I read through like synopses of the other comics, so I kind of knew what was going on. But they would also have like humorous stuff in it, and they had a little map of who in Marvel has slept with who. and then it's just it gets to like Galactus though
I
it's not like
love
actually
that.
sleeping with Galactus, but like they're linking people by their partners and like in this like web. I don't know. It was super funny. They were like, and that's
Eskimo Brothers,
that's
for
what
sure.
happens if you sleep with Black Widow. You're actually sleeping with Galactus. You know?
Wow. So they had like a body count page, basically.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was a funny tongue.
Yeah, kind of. It sounds like
It was a funny tongue in cheek.
it was a good time. You know,
New
the hero
Avengers.
community is small.
Yeah. New Avengers 3. That's Aaron. Ethan, you got yours yet, or?
Yes. Yeah. I've decided
Okay.
on Absolute Flash number 6. Like, because I was going back and forth between Absolute Batman number 11, just because there's such like a mic drop moment. Like the whole issue is ridiculously good. It's always good, and I feel like a broken record sometimes, which I was like, should I say it again? Because it is deserving of it. But I'm gonna go with Absolute Flash because it was even more of a like off road, with this being like so rogue focused that it really pulled me in a different way. Like this is like Sans Wally West. This whole issue is about the backstory of the rogues and how they came together. And you have Digger Harkness, who's a drunk getting thrown out of a bar. You have Leonard and Lisa Snart, and I really wanted to know more about Captain Cold because I like this version of him.
Do you
for
like it because
superficial
he's
reasons.
handsome?
Yes. Okay.
It's like the most handsome, other than like I guess on the CW show. Like Wentworth Miller is handsome, but like he doesn't have that like stash like
Yeah,
that he
there's
has in Absolute Flash.
a ruggedness that
Yeah,
Captain
As I
Cold
go
has.
over to
That
look
pulls
at
me
him,
in. Also, mind you, and I'm probably going to do a whole video on this, but I'll touch upon it here. I'm pretty sure that he is gay because there's a photo of him in the background that looks like a wedding picture with a man. My eyes caught it.
Okay.
I catch
oh
these things.
shit!
Okay.
Sorry, I did not mean to do that audibly. Yeah,
Right.
with the stash.
Okay. Right.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
right. Okay. And then there's Jesse, who is the trickster. And so, like, apparently there was this whole mission in Syria. Something went like left, like badly. Like they didn't explain exactly what happened, but Leonard was the leader of that mission, and then Rudy West is collecting them to be a part of Project Olympus, which is the super secret project that they're working on, and they're using super science and creating super weapons. And I just love getting this backstory. Like I really felt for Leonard and Lisa, and how Lisa is a disabled person and she is not really wanting to fight. She's not wanting to be in this world anymore. But like Leonard is her brother and he's trying to lift her up and like lift her spirits, but he doesn't know what he can do. And so Project Olympus kind of becomes this safe haven in this pathway to possibly getting out of their position. But seeing this other side to these characters, mainly Leonard and Lisa, I feel like the other ones are pretty still like villainous. But like I really see Leonard and Lisa as this brother and sister, and they feel like real people. And that was very like heartening to see. This like
You don't get to see
very
that
like
much.
down to earth, grounded, like family dynamic within this comic. And then I'm not sure, did both of y'all read it?
I read it. Aaron, are you reading Absolute Flash?
No.
Are you familiar with what Absolute Flash is?
I'm not. This is the one. I think this is the one that I don't know that much about, honestly. I know
Okay.
that his rogues are like his friends, like his kind of friends in this kind of arc.
No.
No, I'm thinking of Batman. I'm thinking
Batman.
more of Batman. Yeah.
Absolute Batman is like that. But
That I know absolutely nothing.
my big problem, the reason I like this issue, before you keep going, Ethan, the reason I like this issue is because I needed some context for some of the wacky things that have been going on in the first like 3 issues of Absolute Flash. That's why like Absolute Flash hasn't like ranked higher for me when it comes to Absolute DC, because the first 3 issues are just kind of like, look at the weirdness, and like I needed something grounded. So now I got this like origin story for the Rogues where I'm like, okay, now I know them as people a little bit more, right? And I can kind of like see a little bit of structure on the lore. That's what I need. I need the lore. Like, you don't have to give me the whole lore, just like a little bit of skeleton, right? Like,
Right.
okay. But sorry, yeah. There's a couple of things that happened in this issue, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, so but on to what you were saying, like I agree with what you're saying because like it does need a like foundational support of like having a basic understanding of why they're doing what they're doing. Because to be honest, like Jeff Lemire's JSA is like doing the same thing. And as much as I love Absolute Flash, like I don't like JSA as much as I want to for those same reasons. But because Flash is focused on Wally, and I do understand Wally, even if the other characters aren't as fully developed. And so I understand that he's this outsider. He has anxiety issues, and he's trying to control this chaotic power that he just cannot get a grasp on. And so because I'm solely focused on him, it's fine. Whereas in JSA, thankfully I do have like the background of these characters and like I can fill in the gaps, but I feel like for new readers, JSA might not be as much of a draw in because we don't really get to know them. But on to Absolute Flash. Yeah, so something, and I don't know if I should spoil it or if I should not, but something happens with
for anyone watching or listening to this show, if you're listening to it, let's just say, by the way, I see someone popped in on YouTube, so, you know, jump in the chat and say what's up. When we talk about these comics, we do talk about spoilers in this. It is what it is. We're a weekly show, and comics come out, and, like, you want to stay out on the up and up, you listen to this. There's only certain things I'm like, I'm not spoiling, like, issue 6 of DC versus Vampires. I won't talk out loud because I would rather someone read issues 1 through 6 because something happens in issue 6 of that series, and I'm like, I'm not going to be the one to spoil it. This, though, I need to talk to you about it, so let's talk.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, Absolute Jay Garrick shows up, which I did not see coming. And then, like, also what happened, because it's a flashback, he gets pushed into that energy source the same way kind of like that happened to Barry Allen. Now I'm thinking, like, is he part of this, like, speedster ghost kind of apparition? And maybe this has something to do with that, like, dual path that he's walking. And then also there was a Thawne there, which I'm only assuming is Eobard Thawne, who's Reverse Flash. So this opens up a whole like context because history is literally repeating itself with Jay Garrick and Barry Allen, and then now Wally West has this power that he can't control, and he's being haunted by these speedster apparitions. So it just opens a lot of questions. Like it answered a lot, but also it really piqued my interest for the future.
Yeah. Yeah, it sets up Project Olympus as like, oh, it's been decades of like research, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that scene specifically, something stood out, and I have a theory. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw a clip that I posted about a previous episode, but my theory that in Absolute Superman that the one character was Talia al Ghul.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
I was right.
You're right. You called it.
I was right. I called it.
Points.
So
that's so Raven. Jeez.
So this one's not even as wild because I think like a lot of people are thinking this. I think Barry is Eobard Thawne. I think Barry Allen is Eobard Thawne. In the present, we have Barry Allen and we have Eleanor Thawne, I think is her name.
Yeah.
And Barry, in this issue specifically, he's not a good guy. When you see this flashback, he is sinister looking. And in the flashback, you see Thawne pushing Garrick into the energy, right? Mm-hmm. They name each other, right? One says Garrick, one says Thawne, right? Garrick falls in, but Thawne has two things that's sus. One is he has a hat on, and the other is he's kind of obscured by shadow. He has a hat on because Barry's hair is Barry's hair, and two, we've seen Barry. I think that Barry Allen is Eobard Thawne.
I think you could be right. And I feel like I didn't see it because I didn't want to see it. But what you're saying does make a lot of sense.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he is kind of sinister in this one, right?
Yeah, he definitely has that like mad scientist, like evil vibe, part of like Project Olympus. He knows exactly what he's doing and he has this overarching plan. And especially like I do feel like, especially with this issue, it felt very like time based of like going back in time and like it's all gonna connect. So that would make sense if it's done in an even more overt way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Side note before we move on, do you think Leonard Snart and Lisa are? Did it say that Lisa's last name is Snart?
I don't think maybe it said at the beginning, but I don't think that it did.
Even if it did, I still have a theory on this. Do we think they're biological siblings?
I did not think that. I felt like, I mean, I kind of built this whole thing of like perhaps they were like adopted and there's this kind of like trauma bond with them. But they still are brother and sister, like that's still, valid.
Yeah.
But I didn't assume that they were brother and sister unless it's a situation where they're like half and like, oh, like the mother and like his father or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not devaluing adopted siblings or even half siblings. My theory that I'm going to throw in is based off of your thing because I didn't know if he, that he, he could be gay, he could have a partner or whatever. What if she's his sister-in-law? Like, what if it's his partner's sister? You know what I mean? I don't know what his partner looked like though, but so I don't know. But like,
he's white, and I mean, we have
white man.
Right, but we don't know if he's still alive.
Yeah, so we don't know anything.
It's okay.
We don't know anything.
Who knows who the second husband could be?
I don't see a ring on his fingers. All I'm saying.
Don't got gloves on.
What I have with Polaris, I wish you with this version of Snart.
Do I? Thank you.
Shout out to BP in the comments and Claude, aka Curly Insane Guy. They're jumping in the chat saying what's up and laughing emoji face. Hang out, have a good time. Okay, so we'll move on from here, but yeah, I liked this issue because I need that context. You start a new issue, you start a new series. It's like, why should I care? Like you can't just like lean on the absolute DC brand because it's also very new, but also like it's hip and it's trendy and like you want to believe everything is great in it, and everything is good, but at the same time, like why should I be picking up another comic?
Yeah, it has to pull you in. Yeah.
So like I don't think
especially
the writers are lazy, but I think that sometimes when you're writing a character like the Flash, you just assume people are going to read it because it's the Flash.
Right.
Yeah. I do think sometimes like properties are taken for granted. I'm like, oh well,
for sure.
People know these characters, but even
so therefore they're gonna read it. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. But even reading like JSA, the new run, where it's like I of course have an attachment to Our Man and in Dr.
Fate?
Midnight.
Okay.
Yes, Dr. Midnight. But like I think about the other people who come into it who might not have that same like, and like I want everyone to join the party, and I don't feel like that always happens when writers don't fully attack it as if like I need to get people invested in this character.
Yeah,
exactly. Like some people treat like a new number one or like a continuation as if like that these people who are picking it up are already catching up with it. But it's certain it's like a lot of comic book creators will tell you like the best way you do that you get people on it is give those like minor recaps and like always treat the first book a book as if it's somebody's first book.
Yeah,
like because I mean in hindsight it's on that exactly, and honestly in hindsight that's exactly how it happens because all of us have randomly picked up one book or another that like has been that like it's probably like for me like I picked up Teen Titans in the middle like in like 12 issues already in of the Jeff Johns run, and I had to like catch up and everything, but even reading it I knew like it felt like I was reading it for the first time and like I can catch up on it.
Yeah, my big thing is sometimes writers will write the first issue like it's the pilot, right? The pilot episode of a TV, the pilot episode of a TV series is supposed to set everything up, and it's supposed to sell you on that like first episode. You're in it, and then some writers will write the first arc as a pilot,
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you write the first arc, so like for anyone out there, 4 to 6 issues, whatever that first story is, if you treat the arc as your pilot, people might read the first issue and just not pick up the second issue because
Right.
it's not drawing them in. It's one
Mhm.
part of the pilot. It's a little tough,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Claude says, I love comics that give little character breakdowns at the beginning. Oh, yeah. Comics that have like character
Yeah.
circle.
Oh,
Like
I
Yeah.
love it.
I love
yeah,
those.
we we need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Like I
whatever
love a good
happened,
like thought. I love a little thought bubble.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to Nice House by the Lake? Did it go on hiatus?
I'm behind on that.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Talk about a series that has a bunch of characters.
Hmm.
Okay. Anyway, I just don't remember the story finishing, and then it hasn't been around for a while. Anyway, I'm just gonna jump on Absolute Batman 11. It's the easy one for me. Again, it's kind of funny that both Absolute comics this week are villain origin stories. So the premise of Absolute Batman, just in general, is that like the Absolute DC universe, it's a tougher universe than the normal DC Prime Earth universe. It's a tougher universe. There's more struggle. The heroes that you know and love, they have the same souls, but they've been put through the ringer even more than you would expect. So you think Batman had it bad, like the Batman that you know and love. Well, this Batman has it way worse. They are torturing. They're literally
What
in
if he
this
wasn't rich?
issue, in the previous issues, they're torturing Bruce Wayne, like literally torturing him. And so, and part of this is absolute Bane, and he might as well be superhuman. I don't know the extent of his stuff, but the origin story, it's very classic Santa Prisca, prison, Bane, instead of being born in a prison, he is a kid when he joins, he's in the prison. It's like a political prison. And then we kind of see his origin stories with that. And we also get a better glimpse of Absolute Joker, who I absolutely hate. But I can't tell whether I hate him because it's just not good or I just hate the character and that's a good thing,
Yeah. I think it's a good thing to hate that character.
I would say
You know?
now I want to see the Absolute Joker. Is he?
Did you read it? You didn't read it? Are you not reading this, Aaron?
I haven't.
Aaron,
I'm
we gotta
not.
get you on this.
I know. I know. I keep saying I'm going to start, and then I've only read like one Absolute of the whole series, and I think that's probably the first issue of the Absolute Wonder Woman.
If you're not continuing Absolute Wonder Woman, first thing you would love
and
Absolute
I
Wonder
am.
Woman if you're not continuing it. But like
Yeah, I stand Wonder Woman. I stand Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep reading.
I don't want to talk too much about Absolute Batman 11, other than like it was great. All this stuff is great. I just don't know where it's gonna go. They're like operating on Bruce Wayne. They're like putting things in him. I don't know where he ends up after this arc.
Yeah, and like real quick, like about the whole Venom aspect of it, because that part really like pulled me in. The fact like it doesn't just make him stronger. Everyone knows like, oh, Venom and Bane, that's how he gets like juiced up. But this one, he can hold all the knowledge basically in the world of like human history and wars and weapons. And I mean, he's always been a tactician, like canonically speaking, like fans of Batman know this about him. He's not some brute. But this puts him on like another level to where I'm like, oh, Batman, I don't know about you. Like I don't know how he can physically win unless he rides Killer Croc into battle and like bites his head off. It's like he like hand to hand, I don't see Batman beating this guy. Because then once again, not only hand to hand, like physically, he has the information that warrior kings have throughout time. Like so like I like to root for people, but he's the underdog who I think is like gonna stay under. Like he needs Killer Croc or something.
I think they're gonna. Okay, so they explain in this that they've tried the whole Venom program, and by the way, this is not Marvel's Venom. This is the like almost super soldier serum Venom of DC. but they say they've used it on a couple of people. They said Deathstroke.
Mhm.
I don't know who else. They mentioned some other names.
They said KG Beast.
KG Beast. So
Mhm.
these are people who went partially
that's
through
a
the program. They went partially through the program. They didn't finish the program. Bane is the only one who finished the program. I think Bruce is going to finish the program and fight Bane on his level.
Mhm.
That's the only way it
Okay.
works.
That's the only way. I mean, honestly, like, because he's like, I love that, like, but this is the absolute universe, and they really made Bane this terrifying beast. And so, yeah, like, that's it, like, either like riding Killer Croc into battle, or he becomes absolute Bat Bane. Like, that's it.
Is he going through the process now or something?
Yeah. They're like torturing, they're trying to break his spirit. Oh, they keep talking about a metaphorical breaking of the back, and that to go through the program you must metaphorically break your own back to submit to the program.
Look here. Bruce will never get out of, even in any other universe, he'll never get over the breaking of his back. Like, even metaphorically, like
Bane
like,
is coming for that back.
yeah, he coming for that back every time. Like, look, and even to the point where people call it like you Bane. Like, even what was it, Rick and Morty episode? It's like, he baned me, Morty. He baned me. Like, it's a verb now. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I had this idea. I just thought of, like, someone needs to do a Bane parody of Baby Got Back.
Yes.
Baney
my
got
God.
back.
Baby got back.
Baney got back.
Yeah.
Baby got back. Batman got backed.
Anyway, I don't know. For anyone out there who wants to read the book, it's a good book. So, for the sake of time, we're not crazy bad on time. We're better than normal. But there's still a bunch of other stuff that we gotta get through. What else? I just want to point out. Did you guys read Crypto? Are you guys reading the Crypto book?
Yeah.
I'm not. I was gonna wait till the run is done to like binge the whole thing.
I mean, it's probably a good book to do that, to binge it in a trade. It is really good, but I think it'll be spectacular to read it as sort of this like amazing animal adventure.
Yeah.
Honestly,
right?
yeah.
That's what it felt.
Yeah. I like this issue. We don't have to talk much about it. Aaron, did you notice the symbolism of the girl on his back? So Crypto flies. He flies for the first time, and so he meets a girl who got lost in the wilderness, but he doesn't have powers yet. Yes. Crypto doesn't have powers yet, and he doesn't know he has powers, so he can't like save her. But he stays by her side as she like freezes to death. But he saves her. She's wearing a red jacket, and she hugs his neck, and he flies, and it's Crypto in his cape. Like the girl is his cape.
Yes.
As he flies her to the hospital. It's so good. This is Crypto that he doesn't talk. He's a dog. But he's a good dog. And I like that.
Yeah. Right. I kind of like the comic. Like, I love when comics, like random comics, do that, like where you get it from the dog's perspective, where like you don't necessarily get the speaking comics. Like, it's not necessarily that like the main character speaking, but you, without them speaking, you know exactly what's happening, and you get like through the story, you get the through line of the story.
Yeah.
Like that's why it made it even more like really good.
Yeah. It's definitely a good book if you like dogs, if you like Crypto, if you like stories about, like Homeward Bound, that sort of stuff,
Sounds really good.
Yeah. Is that also?
I love that movie.
Who's writing that? Is it Ryan North or is it Jeff Lemire? I'm gonna have to look that up. While I look that up, what's another comic that you guys got to get like off your chest?
I feel like I need to give props to New Gods, number 9, and specifically, I want to shout out the art. I feel like we've talked about this in other, in other podcasts, and like we always talk about like Ram V, and of course he's a beast. But the art in this is like, it's gorgeous. Like the it helps so much with the world building of like pulling you into it. It shows like a throne room and like a city and like all these gorgeous, well illustrated worlds. And I just have to shout out like New Gods for how beautiful
Yes.
it looks. And I feel like I won't be able to fully appreciate this story until I like go back and read the whole thing. But like while reading this issue, I'm just like,
Yeah, all
this is
together. That's
like,
what I said too.
yeah, yeah, this is like transcendent work that's happening like on the page. And like even like a
Yes.
Green Lantern shows up, like there's like this beautiful like throne room area and just
Hmm.
the concept of going after these new gods and then like the emotions that Kamal is going through. He's like this boy that they're coming after because he's supposed to be like this like next one who's gaining
Right.
power and they're trying to like, he's Mr. Miracle is doing his best of like navigating these very difficult waters because he's a child, but he's in a game of gods and superheroes. So so much is happening in this book
Hmm.
that I feel like it needs to be appreciated.
Is it a limited
Yeah.
series?
I
I
I was just
don't
thinking
know.
about this because
I hope it's not.
I feel like Ram V like might have said that like they're taking a break and then it's coming back. Um, but don't quote me on that because I'm not 100.
I hope it does because I hope it stays because I always wanted a New Gods book. Like I've always liked the New Gods as a concept, and I've always wanted them to have their own book.
Yeah.
And honestly, I love the trajectory trajectory they're going. Like it kind of gives me the feel like how I felt when when what was it? The Eternals first came back when they first came back like with Kieran Gillen. Like it kind of gives me that vibe, but also reminds me of like when the Asgardians first came to Earth. Kind of like it kind of gives that like new like them trying to find their footing kind of like in Earth and trying to figure out what their place is. But
Mhm.
also I like the backstory that what was it? I forgot the leader of I think it's Nick
Orion?
Terry, Nick Terry or something like that. Is it? I
In
think
what?
that's how you spell it. In the my bad in New Gods. In the New Gods when they told the story, the backstory of like the planet, how the dark side destroyed the planet and everything.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's like the Nectari.
Yeah, the
Like,
Niktari, exactly.
yeah.
And like I like the story that it was telling. Like the art in it, like Ethan said, is amazing. Like I like the little flashback picture that I'm literally have to look back at it. It kind of gives it's like old timey, but like it's still like very descriptive, and I like
Mhm.
it. It's like we're watching a movie kind of.
I feel like
Yeah,
Aaron, you're just talking about Jack Kirby properties. Like that's what you're
Oh my
doing.
god,
Like you're just naming
maybe,
Jack Kirby stuff. Like,
maybe
you know?
you know, right? All of Jack Kirby's like things they did. Everybody was like, "No, this is trash." I love it because honestly, you know what? I love Inhumans. It makes sense. It makes sense. And and speaking of Inhumans, it would lead me to the book I'm going to talk about. Honestly,
Yeah. Can we
uh,
jump? We could jump to Imperial #3. Is that what you're?
you right there. That
Yeah.
is so Raven. You got me.
Yeah. I do want to point out that New Gods ends at issue 12. Um, and for better or for worse, that's when Ramvi is ending the series. So
What issue?
12. So you got three
My
more
stomach
issues.
hurts.
I'm gonna manifest more issues because
That's it.
I feel like
That's
it's
it.
gonna happen. I'm gonna
Right.
use
If you're
my Virgo powers during my
yeah,
season
exactly.
to make it
Exactly.
happen.
Aaron, Imperial #3.
Oh my gosh.
I read this
So
one. I don't know if Ethan read this
yes.
one.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't? Oh man. I look here. I love like Marvel space shit. Like everyone like sometimes it can get really boring, but like I personally love like the politics of it and like seeing like them having to like deal with everything. But this one, finding out who were the masterminds behind everything as it's like going, like coming to light. And like for those who don't know about the power struggle that's going on in the universe, someone is basically going around and killing the heads of like these big galactic empires. And one and like now they're trying to figure out and they're all being blamed and framed well planet Wakanda is being framed, so like of course it's the black people who are being framed.
Surprise, surprise.
But, surprise surprise. But it was but it's been kind of cool to figure out and they're all being blamed and framed like seeing the
Sorry,
seeing them.
Aaron.
Oh yeah.
Rewind like 5 seconds, and yeah,
Oh
it's kind of cool when you said something like that.
yeah. It was kind of cool. Oh yeah, it was kind of cool seeing like Hulkling and like Wiccan like in the mix and like actually like doing stuff. Yeah, you only get them in like I feel like you only get them in like big story arcs, but I'm kind of liking where they're going with it, along with like getting what is his name, Richard Rider, Nova.
Yeah.
In like he's been getting a lot more like shine. Like he's been cameoing in a bunch of different things, like being like a sidekick on Phoenix and everything.
Yeah.
But
by the way, I like Richard Rider as like he's like a good ally to mutants. Like,
yes.
You know?
Yes, I loved his Araco run. When he was on
Yeah.
Araco, I loved him. Like that made me like care for Nova in a way I didn't think I could.
Yeah.
But like, is it just me, like, or do you get like a vibe that like he kind of wants to do Jean Grey? Like
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay. I just had to make sure. I just had to make sure
that
was just me.
I thought that was like
I thought it was like on the page, but like because like Rocket like said it and joked around about it, but I was like, is it real though? You know?
Did he date Firestar? Did Richard Rider date Firestar?
I don't know.
They were on the New Warriors together, I think. I'm just thinking that if he did, I think he did, that he likes mutant redheads. Like that's his type.
I can see it.
You know?
I can see it.
I mean, I can't blame him. So, all right.
I have an affinity for them too, so I can
continue, Aaron.
But yeah, I'm ready to see Lilandra and Professor Xavier though in this, because like that kind of just dropped that whole thing. Like the whole thing started with them trying to go save their daughter, and like now we just like we don't know, is she alive, is she dead, what's going on, is she in the ether? But we did find out about another secret son that the Ken has, the Ken Naramani, and that's a whole thing within itself. And now I definitely feel like if they have another son, if they show him like trying to take over, I feel like they have to show the Summers child, the Summers son, like like Adam Naramani, never mind. Yeah, like I feel like they have to show him if they like go get his son.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. Like I love a good space politics.
Yeah. This I think was my favorite issue of them, mostly because I think there's
been
too much talking in the first like, just too much text. And even though it's Hickman, there's no infographics. I need classic Hickman infographics.
Some info pages, you know?
Like
I feel that. And then but when you find out the big oh my bad, what's up?
What?
Oh, I thought somebody said something. No, I think the big thing was when you find out, like, spoiler alerts for anybody past the next 10 seconds, but when you find out that the Inhumans are secretly behind this for real, like the Grandmaster was helping Maximus this whole time. I thought that was the biggest oh my god moment, because this whole time, like I'm been the only one in the ether, in the darkness, screaming out for justice for the Inhumans out of everybody else is like, good riddance, who needs them, they're a bootleg mutants, and they are, but they have a good story, and I like them, especially like in the new stuff after like Avengers versus X-Men versus Inhumans.
Yeah.
But like seeing Black Bolt like actually being a part of like destroying like this galaxy's like these galactic empires. Yeah. And seeing him just to try to find his own, just to make his own, I think is a good beat. And also I'm excited to see where it'll put what trajectory it'll put the Inhumans at after this.
Yeah. I'm okay with I'm not an Inhuman fan, but I'm okay with them being like cosmic royal family.
Yes, like, exactly.
Keep them out there.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Exactly. So separate but equal. That's what it's sounding like to
me.
Exactly. Look, I'm not even saying that, because that's all you know what that sounds like? That's like, how dare you hate the English royal family? Like, no.
We can't be racist. We're mutants.
You can't be racist towards the English royal family. You can't. You know, like it's.
But do
like
they have powers?
Send them to space. You know,
that honestly they honestly at most times they work better in space. Like I like some Earth stuff with humans, but they work better in space. Like the War of the Worlds kind of thing. I love that.
I'm just saying that if Prince Andrew had powers,
for sure.
No, we would be having a different conversation right now.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
They can go to space.
Yeah, we're get out of here.
Right. Right, ship those efforts out
we
of
would,
there.
We would pull a Planet Hulk where we put them on a ship and send them to a wormhole. You know,
because like we forget, like the Inhumans like are kind of like extinct kind of like after the whole death of the Inhumans kind of thing. Like they're an endangered species.
They're like
at this
super
point.
Classist. Like,
totes my goats.
They're like as far as royal families
they're
go, they
very
are
classist. Oh yeah, like a lot. Medusa has gotten better at, I will say, but yeah, most of them they treat them like trash, and they will continue to treat them like trash. Honestly, like because we forget, like they aren't. He had both on Black Bolt has like 7 wives, so you know.
Also, they have like a lot of slave labor, I think.
Do they?
Yeah, they have like the dirty underclass of people that like keep the society going. I mean,
you know what? Yeah,
are they slaves? Are they not? But like,
right? There's definitely a class system going on between them. Right?
Yeah, it's really bad. Anyway, enough about just hating Inhumans. We got a lot of
in Homo Supremus.
Got a lot of more comics that we're gonna run through them real quick. Especially there's a couple of them that I really want to know more about. Black Cat issue 1. Black Cat got first issue. Tell me about it because I didn't read it, but you know.
I was just going to go into that actually because I wanted to switch over to Marvel.
Yeah.
But also, G. Willow Wilson is writing this, and she writes Poison Ivy. So that was like enticed me even more. But Felicia Hardy is my girl in general. Look, I like a bad girl with a cat theme. It's something that's always going to work. So Felicia Hardy, she can do no wrong if she's stealing. So Felicia Hardy. If she's still, I'm gonna support her wrongs and her rights. Okay. Yeah. And so, but yeah, so this issue was really good because it shows her transition into more of a good side. She's still gonna be a bad. She's still gonna be Felicia, but it's like Spider-Man is going through this thing in the Amazing Spider-Man where I don't want to spoil that either, but he is darker, and that's like almost pushing her more towards the light of being like, Spider-Man, you need to chill out.
Yeah.
And so it's also cool because G. Willow Wilson is able to ground the characters while still allowing them to be everything that they are. And so it's like showing Felicia's beauty routine, as simple as that sounds. Like that's one of my favorite parts of the whole scene because
I love that.
It grounds her in reality. It doesn't take away from everything that she did, but it's like, look, this takes work. This doesn't just happen. It's like, and like it's such from like a female perspective where it's like a guy would just be like, oh, draw a hot woman versus like her of just like, oh, what does it take to get here? And that type of dimensionality is like, that's what she does over in Poison Ivy too. But like, it makes them fully fleshed out people instead of just like, you know, smoke shows, which trust and believe, I love a beautiful looking woman, but it's like, I also respect them, you know?
Right.
Both of those things can coexist. So I just love it when they're given like fully fleshed out lives.
Yeah, I mean, Black Cat's super cool as long as she's just not a sex object all the time. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Again, I'm not, disrespecting just sexuality in general because I think that all these characters, just like people, you know, have different degrees of sexuality and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what is the purpose of it? Because when you're creating art, you are creating it with a purpose.
Exactly.
You're not introducing people to your friend. You are literally creating characters. And
there's a difference when like sexuality is like used as a trope where then being used as a part of like the weaponization of it, like or kind of like Emma Frost, like, you know, my metaphors always going to be X-Men related.
Yeah.
But like it kind of like plays definitely at that, like where their sexuality is a part of they're, you know, a part of their costume kind of in a way. Like it's, and like you can tell like with some of them, especially with her, like you can tell that it's something that she uses to her advantage. It's not something that's been thrown on her like as some kind of like, oh, it's just some slutty girl. Like, no, she's doing this intentionally, not to appease you, but to, you know, try to disarm you, if anything.
Mhm.
It's like real
True.
people having you know, autonomy. Like real people
Yes.
in real life having autonomy. You have to write characters to. The goal of writing a character is to believe that they're a real person, right? Like that they
Right.
Mhm.
could be making their decisions for themselves,
Right.
as opposed to like, oh, my bikini fell off. Like, sure, you know. But anyway, we're gonna derail everything and talk about gender studies.
Ooh, can I go into, since we're
Um,
talking about the female, a good female driven comic? Can
Yeah.
can I talk about They Choose Violence #3?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
What's the publisher?
It's AWA Studios.
AWA.
So it is really good. It is these three women of color who decide that they're going to go around and kind of murder like these white supremacists and like these like big like these big wigs of these companies, like, and they go around and like they basically like they successfully do it, and they're like, okay, so we're gonna make this a thing. We're only gonna go around and, you know, kill for justice, right? So
Yeah.
so they do this, and like but this issue they do it so much and they're starting to get a following. Like people are actually starting to be like a copycats and everything. But they find out that one of the copycats is doing what they're doing, but they're going after black activists. So like they have to figure out who's doing it and like how to get out of it and like how to, you know, stop them. Like I thought like this was such a different comic, like that I was like, you know what? I was at first, when I first read it, I was like, okay, three black women, you know, going around killing white dudes, cool, I'm down for it. Like, but then like as it like started, like as you see the stories, like because each the first issue tells each of their stories and like how they got to this point to where like they're okay, we're gonna murder these guys, like, and seeing each of them come to that conclusion and like each of them like and finally get to the point where like, well, yeah, let's do it. And like getting this like kind of seeing that, and you not only see that, but you see how they change each time, like more and more as it goes on, and see them get more cockier and more kind of within themselves, kind of, and it was some of them more darker. Like I very much recommend this book. Like it's a very like actually good book. I feel like it should be like it's kind of like it gives like kind of like I'm watching a show kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely.
Quick question before we move on. What made you pick this one up? Like why? You know what I mean?
Because honestly, the name of it caught me at first, and I was like, They Choose Violence, and I was like, okay, well, I was like, okay, that's cool. Let me see what it's about.
Yeah.
And then I read the premise of it, and I saw like the art. Honestly, that was all I needed. Like I said, I saw it was like these three black women going around just like being serial killers, and I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, because women can do it too. And I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
Yeah.
And like
feminism.
Feminism.
All right. Yeah, I was just wondering what caught your eye. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We got to get through everything else real quick. I'm gonna knock. I mean, since we're talking about like not DC or Marvel comics, I've been reading Battle Beast. That's the Invincible Universe spinoff. Battle Beast has his own comic. It is really it's cool. It's really gory, but like in a fun way. And you wouldn't think that Battle Beast would have an interesting storyline, but the premise of the comic is just that this guy is the strongest, best warrior in the galaxy, in the universe, and he's trying to find someone who can kill him, because that's a glorious death. So he will fight his way up the ladder to find someone who is better than him, and that's his goal. And in this issue, they kind of do this twist on like Hansel and Gretel in a way, like with a witch that is an alien on another planet, and then she has like a sexy alien woman form with like boobies, but like it is an old witch, so she has like two forms, and like it's just kind of funny. It was kind of, she was like, oh, I'm gonna eat you, and then she starts like sprinkling stuff, and it's like, oh no, don't eat me. So anyway, it's a funny book. Battle Beast is not overdone. He is what he is, and I think it's cool. That's from Image Comics. Also from Image Comics is Hyde Street. It's kind of a fantasy / horror book, like the Twilight Zone, but like the demons are keeping points. There's like a scoring system to it. And then Exquisite Corpses #4, which is kind of like Hunger Games for serial killers, essentially. Like these killers get dropped into a town, and they can kill the townspeople if they want to, but they have to kill each other, and it's like a reality show in that, and in that respect. So that's Exquisite Corpses, and it's also good. So anyway, that's what I got there. Let's go through what you guys.
Yeah, I forgot I was gonna give that a shot.
I mean, it's bound to be like a movie or a TV show at some point. Like, it's pretty good. Detective Comics had their landmark 1100th issue, 1100. I didn't get to read it. Jesus. I don't know if you guys read it, but I just want to know quick thoughts before we move on.
I'll check. I check it out. Quick thought. Greg Rucka.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to call that out because his, it's an anthology issue, so there's like 4 stories. I want to shout out his specifically, just because it takes place in a hospital. It feels very like Gotham Central, but of course in a hospital. And I'm like, once again, reading it, I'm like, this could be a show, and it's showing like, what the life of someone who works at a hospital would be, and it just brings it to life in a new way, because you don't think about that often because you're so much in Batman's world, but this really makes Gotham feel alive in a different way.
Okay, and it's 4 stories in this one?
Yes, 4 stories in this one.
Okay.
The whole book is good, but I feel like Greg Rucka just gets teased to me like at the top of the mountain of like writers, and so that one really stands out.
Okay, all right, nice. Did you guys read Nightwing 129?
I did, and I really liked this one too, and that's why like there was a bit of a battle going on, because like I don't know, like something about this run where like I feel pushed and pulled of just like, oh, we're going here, what's happening? Okay, that kind of makes sense. It's like not being certain, but then we get to the end point, like, okay, I get it, because like he's in this 5th dimensional space and he meets the Nightwing of Krypton, because that's where his name is actually inspired by, but it's not actually that, because the 5th dimensional world is created by Nightmite, and we find out that he's actually like this boy's dream. He had gone into like Titan's Tower and he dreamed up this world, and so like the Nightwing of Krypton is him, and he believes he has these memories. And I just weirdly like how it's going into this very like surreal space for Nightwing that he's not really used to occupying, but it's like with the villains such as the Zani, who kind of like represents this out of his normal like grounded street level world. He's having to confront these very like high concepts.
Yeah.
And I'm curious about how that's going to affect his character. So this was a very good issue.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I read it and I was like,
After all that,
No, I mean, you like it. I'm like,
All right.
There was a 2-issue arc that took place like a couple issues ago that I thought was like more down to earth kind of thing right before this arc. I forget what it was. But I like that one. Anyway, it is what it is. Did you guys read Superman Unlimited?
Yes, I did.
Issue 4?
No.
Yes. So this one, it's kind of like the opposite of Nightwing in a way, where it's like, where are we going? And I'm not fully feeling it. Like, I felt like how this series started, because there's now like a Kryptonite city, which is a very like world-shifting situation happening, where it's like Kryptonite is now available to everybody. They can like, they have jewelry, it's on their persons. And that like affects the entire world. It also affects like the super family. And I felt like we were going to dig deeper into that, but this issue is very much like they're in Gotham and there's a man-bat situation that they have to deal with, and it's involved where like a lady has a piece of jewelry that's kryptonite, but I just thought it was going to be dealt with in a more direct way, and it felt like we're going to these side stories, it's not bad per se. It's just like, oh, I thought we were going to go here and deal with like I think it's called Calderon City, and like the politics of that, and like I don't know, maybe going into like the government situations. But instead we're going to like Gotham, and there's Jimmy Olsen in a gorilla, and it's fine for what it is. I'm just not like fully invested in it.
Yeah, I feel like in Superman Unlimited, the premise is that like all the kryptonite is plentiful on Earth again, and I didn't realize when it took place, but as of this issue, I'm like, oh, it takes place right now. Like it's current. It's not a flashback comic. It's like current. And so with this, yeah, there isn't an arc because like the kryptonite stuff is the overseeing like premise, but like each issue is just a different story, and I'm like, is this what I want? Okay, I guess it's the only Superman series that's doing that. Like the other Superman series are doing like story arcs. This is like more episodic, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Sticking with DC, Justice League Red. This is issue 1 of Justice League Red. And even though we see the whole team on the cover, we really only see Power Girl and Simon Baz, Green Lantern, doing some stuff. You know, I thought it was a fun issue. We can't really talk about it too much, but like it was a fun issue.
Which I would have never expected these two to be.
I mean, I hope they hook up, but no, is Simon with Jessica?
Kind of.
Are they doing a thing?
I don't know. They always give me like friend vibes, but it's like I can see it if they do. Like, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who's hooking up, but somebody needs to, you know?
Someone's going to.
I like how that's your first thought. Like Bucky like who's hooking up on this team?
Because I initially wanted to. I just I don't say it, but yeah, honestly, I'm like, if we're in a team together, someone's hooking up. Like,
and that's okay. Like it doesn't have to be their one true, you know, the OTP, but like
exactly.
But like let's see
fun.
Let's see a hookup. And maybe it becomes something more, and maybe it doesn't. But that, like, we're all young.
We love a hero whole phase. Like we love a hero whole phase. Like you know, like let them be free. You know,
it's like when like Young Justice was a series, like the cartoon.
Oh my god!
Like I was all for it. Like who has a crush on who? Who's dating who?
Yes.
Like okay, cool.
Yes.
We're running out of time.
That's exactly it.
And I feel like part of that's my fault because I'm talking too much. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go through the rest of the series, and I want to know your guys' quick thoughts on it. And it's going to be you guys, but quick thoughts, and then we'll get through it. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
So Amazing Spider-Man issue number 10.
This was very good. I really like the Hellgate stuff. I want to dig in more like into that character and what he's doing, but also like the ending of like it explains why Spider-Man is acting the way that he is. Overall, I've been really enjoying this run. It's been solid throughout.
Okay. And it's Joe Kelly writing it, right?
I don't.
Isn't it? Isn't it still Joe Kelly writing Amazing?
I thought it was. Am I wrong? Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. All right. Aaron, you didn't read it, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. Exceptional X-Men, issue 12.
This one I really enjoy. I feel like I haven't talked about this issue. I haven't talked about this book since like the beginning, because I feel like it kind of like got like lukewarm.
It was
not
just
bad.
there for me.
Yeah, you know. But I feel like it's starting to find its footing again. Like I really like her dialogue. I'm a sucker for like funny dialogue that's not cringe, but is more like actual people talking to each other. Like with Emma Frost, like calling people like by their full names. You know, like it's not Reggie, it's Reginald.
Yes.
Like because I mean,
it's Reginald, and if it's not, she's probably going to call you that anyway.
Exactly.
I love it.
And what about it? You know,
they got her voice really great.
Yeah,
like right, I feel like they got her tone, like like the way she talked to them, very well. Like even when she was like, he was like, "Are you going to mind control me to something? Use my powers?" Like, no, I don't do that anymore.
like pause.
Anymore. I've grown.
We gotta move on. We gotta tighten it up. Psylocke 10. Did you guys read Psylocke 10?
I did. I liked it. I loved it. I don't know. One of my favorite tropes is always like a long lost child or like a new child popping up somewhere. And this is definitely feeding into that.
Okay.
It's a good book. Honestly, I love her. I love Quantum's journey throughout this whole arc. Honestly,
Yeah. Okay.
hopefully they give her a child back.
Ultimate Black Panther number 19. I read this one. The art is still amazing, and the story is picking up. There's a traitor. People are getting stabbed. Storm and T'Challa. Something's going on. So, we'll see. I don't know if you guys read it. You guys read
He
this one?
cheating yet? No.
Okay.
Did he cheat on Okoye yet?
Yeah, T'Challa cheated.
Okay, I'll say that's crazy because Okoye's a baddie in this. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
But
even
they're in a marriage of convenience, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
that's what right. She's doing exactly what the Dora Milaje were supposed to be. Like the Dora Milaje are trained to be the wife of the king or the Black Panther, and like she's following this. Like she's following her trope.
Wonder Woman 24, Mouse Man Knows.
I like that one.
I don't know what to say other than it's kind of weird, but okay, cool. I'm still reading it, but it's kind of weird.
That's it. So there's some issues in between this that I have been missing because she has her child now, like in real time, and like she's like battling with her child in real time, and like I want to see. I guess I need to catch up in through the series because I was like she just became pregnant after this. But I do like it's strange, but I know it's gonna. I feel like with this arc and with this story, I feel like it's going to lead to something good. So like it might be slow now, but think it'll lead to something good though.
It's also just a weird Mouse Man has like this fascist, almost Nazi island, and that's all we know.
That's all we know exactly, and that's what I'm like. It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna have some dividends. Yeah. Mouse Man knows.
Mouse Man.
The mice have all ears.
Yeah, the mice
knows.
Mouse Man.
The mice
have ears. Mouse Man knows. Ethan, just so you know, everybody on Mouse Man Island can only say those two things. That's it.
That's it.
And what are those two things?
Mouse Man knows, and the mice have ears.
The mice have ears.
Okay. I mean, so it's like Nazi occupied, and they can only say those two things.
And
that's it.
It's kind of like I Am Groot. So like they they do speak through those two things and the way they
okay.
But yeah,
that's it. Yeah,
it's because it's a surveillance. It's a fascist surveillance state, and like, and it's mouse themed. And like, is it a dig at Disney? I don't know, but
yeah.
Read it with that.
I mean,
lens.
I wouldn't live there, but I mean, to each its own.
Not for me, but you know, cool.
I mean,
yeah,
beautiful gowns.
All right, we got to do like 5 seconds of each of these because there was a lot of books this week. Titans issue 26. Cyborg and Beast Boy go back to the Doom Patrol, and we see the return of the Zookeeper, who is one of Beast Boy's only villains. Beast Boy has 2 villains, which is Gemini and Zookeeper, I think, are only like
Zookeeper.
Beast Boy villains, and Zookeeper is in this, which is he's just a purple scaly Beast Boy.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, that's who the Zookeeper is. I saw him in the Teen Titans run and Jeff John's run. Yeah. Wow, throwback.
That's that Zookeeper. He hasn't appeared since. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ in the morning. That's crazy.
Did you guys read Wolverine number 12?
No, I didn't read that one.
Okay. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but on the cover it's Wolverine and his mother, but I don't want to spoil it. So
no, you should.
You want me to just spoil it?
Yes, please.
Okay. It's Mastermind. Mastermind is back.
It's a whore.
You know, it is what it is. All right.
Mastermind.
Vision and Scarlet Witch issue 4. Did you guys read it?
I wanted to. That's why I didn't get to.
Yeah, I've read the first 3 issues. I haven't. The art is amazing. Steve Orlando, I think, is writing it, right? And so, like, cool. But I didn't get to read it. So, and I think that's all the books that you guys read. And then I have 2 more. Batman and Robin Year 1, issue 10. It's a 12-issue miniseries written by Wade with art by Chris Somney. It's amazing. I'm going to be first in line to buy the hardcover because there's going to be a 12-issue hardcover. There has to be. and I'm gonna need that for the shelf. And then Batman Superman World's Finest issue 42. This one I could take it or leave it. It's bizarre. It's a lot of Bizarro stuff, and there's a virus. There's a virus that's making the Bizarros sane. Like, but it's a problem because, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. I think that's all the books that we read this week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's it for me.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show and talking about all the comics that you read. Before we get going, Ethan, where can we find you? What do you got coming up? Anything you want to plug?
Yep. So I'm Virgo Blade. You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Just more videos, talking comic book stuff, TV shows, movies. And yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Virgo Blade?
Yep.
Aaron, what about you? Same thing.
Of course. So you can find me at King Krakoa on TikTok. You can find me at the King Krakoa on Instagram. Nothing coming up now, but stay tuned.
Awesome. Cool. If anyone out there wants to follow me personally, just see what else I'm up to, because I'm gonna have some updates coming out soon on me personally. You can find me at This Is Dimithri on Instagram. But you guys are here for the Keeg. If you want to follow the Keeg on social media, all the podcasts that we do, all the social media stuff and whatnot. TikTok and Instagram are our two biggest social media platforms. It's at The Keeg Show on TikTok and Instagram. We're also at The Keeg Show on Blue Sky, Threads, all that stuff. YouTube.com/The Keeg Show. We're also on Twitch, but YouTube is our primary live stream location now. You can also find our podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and SoundCloud. Go to comicshoplocator.com, find a comic shop near you, support your local comic shops, and support your local public libraries. If you're looking for, to rent comic books, libraries have comics, support your local public libraries as well. There are probably going to be some, new cool updates coming out soon. So, definitely stay tuned. This is Comic Talk, one of the shows that we do. It's our most stable, most consistent show. Thank you, Ethan and Aaron, for making it consistent and stable and just, an awesome show to do.
Thank you.
Shout out to anyone who was watching us live or listening in, Claude or BP. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Read comics, love comics, talk about what you love, not so much what you hate, let's be a comic book community together and share in what we enjoy. So that's kind of the goal of all this. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Thank you everybody out there for listening. Once again, I am your host, Dimithri Perera, and this has been Comic Talk for the week of August 21st, 2025. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Bye.